Welcome to Northern Lights Disc Golf. I'm Brian Lagergren,
And I'm Ryan Gillis.
and today we're bringing you final round coverage of the Lake Superior Open MPO lead card front 11 on the Eagles Peak course at Montauk Resort in Superior, Wisconsin. Hole 1, 213 feet, par 3. First on the box we have Kale at minus 20. This hole is pretty interesting just because it's uphill, wouldn't you say, Ryan?
Yeah, you have to have about a 300 foot power to get it up there.
Yeah, and you don't want to go tight early into the trees either.
No, you don't want to be deep left on here. You like to play it out to the right, let it just glide in, and hopefully land it on top.
Exactly what Noah did right there. Here we got Ryan on the tee.
This is my first appearance on a top card of an A tier, and I was kind of feeling nerves here on the first hole.
Oh, you're up there.
Got
You
it
a
up
putt.
on top.
We got Forrest Dodge. Forrest hails from Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's deceiving how hard you have to throw to get it up there to that flat spot where you're at, you know. A lot of people come up short.
And after you're done hiking up that hill, your legs are tired trying to make this putt.
Yeah, you're a little out of breath,
And I kind of felt it there.
here's Kale for his two. Oh, just left. Rookie side. That's not a typical Kale putt right there. We got Forrest for two.
And a good start.
Forrest converts. Noah picking up his bird. So you and Kale are just going to get your threes here. Hole 2, 297 feet, par 3. This one is just a nice righty hyzer. You can see that big, huge cedar tree on the left up there. You basically just want to throw a hyzer and crash right into that. Noah goes a little bit long.
The average on this one played just over par, 3.04.
This one also has a kind of a fast green.
Yeah, really hard to get up to the basket on this one. I usually try to play it low, but if you have a good shot up over the corner of that hill, you can get it pretty close.
Yeah, it's kind of a touch shot because it's really easy to go too far. Like, Forrest went a little too early. I think Kale went just a little too far there. What are you throwing here, Ryan?
Star Destroyer.
Just something to crash right
Oh,
in
actually,
there.
I take that back. That was my Sexton Firebird.
Oh, that looked like a good shot. See, Noah went a little too far, and then he's kind of blocked by those trees, so he actually gets through there pretty good. Kale not as bad, but
And you're just happy if it stops under the basket without rolling.
Yeah.
It's not stopping.
Forest 2 look right here.
And that wind picked up right as I was getting ready and just pushed it down.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that day with the way the breeze, like, yeah, it would just blow in, and then it would be calm 1 minute, and then all of a sudden it was blowing, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see the leaves on those trees back there just going crazy. So it looks like we got a star par on that hole. Hole 3, 279 feet, par 3. This is a double Mando. You got to hit that gap directly in front of you. You can kind of basically throw towards the light up there. Just under 300 feet. But it is a tough deuce. Looks like Noah got a good shot on that one.
Average on this hole is 3.57. Pretty hard one to convert on the 3.
Yeah, the only real trouble is if you can't get off the tee. Like I've seen people take 7s on this hole, and it's a round breaker. You know, taking a big number that early in the round. Forrest gets up there nice. Let's see what Kale's got.
Kale gets through clean.
Keep going.
And here's Ryan.
Believe I was throwing a Star Roadrunner here.
Something a little understable. Yep, that's what I like to do.
And I just forgot to let go of it.
You're up top. It'll be a clean second shot right at the basket. So. Good up.
Forest 4 is 2.
See if Noah can convert on this too. Oh, sit. Sit. Kale's telling him to move his stuff. Yep. Monolac has fast greens. If you guys ever come up and play, you're gonna find that out.
They're treacherous. But man, is it fun to play here. It's one of my favorite stops in the state.
Yeah, today was a lot better weather than yesterday, hey?
Oh, man, it was humid after all the rain after the whole weekend.
But it wasn't raining.
It wasn't raining.
Kale a little bit low. Oh. He's going to have a good roll.
Sit down.
I could have easily did what Noah's did and Hole 4, 226 feet, par 3. This hole, just basically straight ahead. And it's got a little drop directly behind it, so you don't want to go too long.
Average on this hole played 2.89. There were 6 bogeys on this hole for the whole field. Forest a little left.
Sawed it off a little bit. That tree on the right kind of messes with you on the tee. It looks closer than it really is, but you just, at least I'm always thinking about it when I throw it. Looks like Kale just throws a nice easy shot right up there. What are you throwing up here?
I'm throwing that same Roadrunner again, and after the last 2 holes, that's why I take it out of the bag. This was the last round that Roadrunner stayed in. No, with a good shot. A little right. And I'm in jail here.
Just kind of laying it up, or were you
Yeah,
trying to go for it?
I wasn't really trying to go for it, but I knew I wanted to get as close,
Forest. Oh,
close as
kind
I
of a
could.
half bid there. Yeah, Noah has a death putt here. It's directly, it just drops off. If you don't hit this, you're going down the hill. Oh, a little low. He was probably thinking about it. The closer, the better. Kale had a nice drive. He's going to get the deuce.
And mine just rolled to the edge, and any further would have been gone.
Yep, you could have easily been down at the bottom of that little ravine in putting up at it. So.
I actually think the ladder is what stopped me from going down. There's a ladder if you go down to help you get back up, and I think the top of the ladder is what stopped it.
Hole 5, 216 feet, par 3. This is an island hole. You have to land on this island on your drive, otherwise you re-tee with a penalty. Just throw something nice and easy down there, just like Kale. Usually it's kind of windy, so a lot of people prefer something like beefy over stable that you can just kind of spike hyzer right in there. Looks like Forrest is throwing that Bucky Badger disc.
It's a first run rock.
Champ rock.
Yeah, the Paul Macbeth ones. Average on this one played 2.76. I just go to my favorite pro pigs. I love them.
Perfect shot. That's how,
Nice and stable.
that's how you want to throw it. Nice and low. Looks like Noah's going with the forehand.
Bad roll.
Looks like he's, what, outside circle 3? Or circle 1, I mean?
Yeah,
Yep.
just up top.
There's Forrest, look for 2. I think he's outside circle 1 as well.
Just drills it.
Good putt for Forrest. Kale picks up a nice easy 2. Noah for his par. And Ryan, you're pretty much going to have a drop in here.
Thank you.
Hole 6, 276 feet, par 3. This hole, the green is a slanted green. It's a tough shot for a righty backhand shot because
Easy to go long on the backhand.
yeah, really easy. So it actually favors if you have a forehand, a righty forehand, and just let it just crash in. It's kind of the more preferred shot. But these guys are electing to go backhand. You just don't want to get it high. You want to keep it low. And that's not low. Forrest goes long. Looks like you're going with that forehand that I was just talking about.
Yep, forehand pig.
Something super overstable and just crash it into that hillside. Good shot.
Average on this one played 2.93.
Noah's going with the forehand. He didn't get quite the height on that one that you had. Here's Forrest. Look at he's actually back there probably what, 50 feet, 60 feet?
At least.
Yeah.
Straight uphill.
Noah's kind of has a little
Death
kind of a
putt.
yeah.
Tends to happen on this course a lot.
You know he's thinking about it though.
Little half bid.
Yeah. Kale's
Yep.
look. Oh, he just squeaks it over. Kale's gonna take that all day. Here's your 2 look. Nice 2.
Thank you.
Let's see if Forrest can pick up his par.
And that's what happens when you go too long.
Yep. A little bit uphill putt. He just didn't put enough on it. Noah gets his par.
This is that stretch where you want to get your birdies. Next hole.
Hole 7, 240 feet, par 3. This hole just nice easy hyzer, righty hyzer. There's a cabin right there with a bunch of spectators, so it's pretty cool.
Kale with a nice shot.
I think most of you guys are just going to throw some sort of mid-range
I'll give you one guess what I'm throwing again.
pig.
I think so.
Nice and wide. Leave yourself with a putt.
Noah with the Nova.
Just float it right in there. Yeah, the tricky part about this hole is when there's any kind of wind, crosswind in front of you there, you can't really feel it on the tee. But when you throw, obviously it makes your disc go not the way you wanted it. Here's Forrest. Parking it.
Average on this one was 2.43.
feel those eyes watching you?
Yeah. I said something to him as I walked by. I'm friends with a couple of the guys.
Birdie for Noah. 2 years ago at the LSO, I think someone got an ace on that hole with a deck full of spectators.
Yeah, it's definitely one you want to give it a run with the back wall there.
Yeah. The cabin as the backstop. Hole 8, 282 feet, par 3. This one is up there to the right, just basically behind that light pole. OB road to the left, so you definitely don't want to hyzer off, and you don't want to go down that cliff. The basket is basically up on the bank there. As you can see, Kale
gives it a good run.
Noah's going to go with the forehand. If you have the distance, the forehand is a good shot to throw because you know it's going to finish right. Just like Noah.
Average here played 2.93.
Looks like Forrest is throwing a little bit of a hyzer. Unconventional hyzer around the light pole. Well, he might be down the hill. He doesn't know how sneaky he might have been there. What'd you throw there, Ryan?
I believe I threw my DX rock.
Looks like you're going to leave yourself with a nice putt here. Nice 2.
Thank you. Yeah, that one felt good. Just outside the circle. Wind definitely picked up as I was getting ready.
Yeah, it's almost better to just try to throw it up there and leave yourself with a putt like you had than do something funny like Forrest. He could have been worse off than what he was. He was kind of a little bit down that hill, I think.
And if you get way down there, it's hard to get back out. There's so many trees.
Oh, Kale, keeping his balance, getting the 2. Noah's going to have a nice easy 2 here. Forrest will have his drop in 3. Hole 9, 569 feet, par 4. This is the first par 4 that we've come to today. Up till this point, it's mainly all holes under 300 feet that you can toot any of them.
And there's a Mando up there on the right, on one of those birch trees.
Yep, you can see the Mando way up there on the right.
No,
right where Noah's going towards. Looks like Noah missed the Mando. And then you have the road on the left, that's OB.
I went with one of my star T-birds here. I pretty much did the same thing Noah did. I actually didn't even know it was there before I threw.
Yeah, a few people had said the same thing. We put the Mando in a year ago just because a certain person, I won't name names, but they were purposely throwing anhyzers and just flip it over, and they would get down this hill like halfway, and they'd have this straight look at the basket,
Is that the drop?
Forrest is flirting with the road there.
So here's Noah at the drop zone.
Oh, that wind really picked up.
Oh yeah,
So here's Noah's.
he just rips one.
Ran it. It's kind of a favorable drop zone. It gets you nice and, gives you a nice angle on your next shot. This basket is tucked up there to the right, and it's perched on the side of a hill. So there's a pretty steep slant if you go long. Potential rollaway. So Forrest isn't throwing from the drop zone. He actually landed in front of it, so that's why he was throwing off of it like that.
Kale for his second shot.
Kale's a little tighter right than I would like to be, but seems like it didn't phase him. Nice easy up shot there for Kale. Here's Forrest's third shot. This is a par 4, so there's his birdie look. Oh, a little short. Could get a good line on that. Here's your 4 look after the penalty. A little long, yep. You sat there. That hill could be pretty treacherous. We didn't mow it this year like we had in years past, so. Here's Kale for his birdie look. Oh, just a little low. He had that death putt, and you wonder if he was thinking about that a little bit in the back of his mind. Here's you to save your bogey. That was a good recovery for Noah after missing the Mando, and he still made a par.
Here comes Forrest running.
Run, Forrest, run!
Yay.
Hole 10, 570 feet, par 3. We are at the top of the mountain now, throwing down.
Such a fun tee shot.
One of the signature holes on Eagles Peak. Here's Kale. Oh, Kale got hung up a little early. It looks like it dropped straight down though. Looks like Noah's going with the big hyzer. Yeah, this hole's really fun because you can throw it any way you want. Hyzer, anhyzer. Guess depending on what the wind's doing. A lot of these guys are going to try to elect to go with the big, safe hyzer shot. You just have to clear the trees and. Kind of like what Forrest just did.
Average
Crash.
on this hole is 3.31.
Yeah, this hole played as a par 3. It's kind of a tweener hole because there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to 3 this hole, but the toughest part about this hole is actually the second shot, I think. Just because the green is so slanted and it's fast and looks like Kale at least had a shot out of there. Looks like a good out from Kale. Looks like the rest of you guys are all in the short grass here. You throwing your pig again?
Yep.
You know, when I was editing this, I watched that a couple times, and it looked like you almost hit the chair on the chairlift, but
I thought it was going to.
it had a weird like wind bounce at the last second that just made your. I watched it like 3 times in slow motion, and you totally didn't hit it, but your Forrest giving it a run. This is a really good 2 to get. It's pretty much a bonus too if you can get it.
Yeah, if you can get it there.
Here's Kale. Let's see if he can pick up his par here.
Oh. Left side. Forrest for his par.
Crowd of spectators sitting behind watching him. Nice straddle from Forrest.
Yeah, you can see this basket from anywhere on the hill. I was really upset about that miss. You gotta make that.
Pro side. Yep. Oh, what?
That's a heartbreaker. Just hit the pole and came straight back out.
Oh, Kale's going to take a double bogey. He's basically been flawless up till that point. Hole 11, 252 feet, par 3. Looks like the wind's picking up. Basically just want to power a nice little hyzer in there. Basket's on an elevated green. Not very much to it. Noah's going to have a putt. Yeah, you can see those trees just blowing up there.
Nice, buddy. Nice, buddy.
What are you throwing here, Ryan?
I believe I threw a rock. That was my champion rock. Kale hits just long.
Kale's probably throwing some nice easy driver. Nice
I'll take my 2.
nice 2 for Ryan. That rock rolling down. There's Kale for 2.
Yeah, this green is steep.
Forrest for 2. Looks like we're gonna have a star
with
frame.
A drop in.
Nice. All right, well that does it for the front 11. You got to thank Monolac Resort, one of our title sponsors. Stay tuned for lead coverage of the MPO lead card back 11 on Eagles Peak. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, Ryan.
Thanks for having me.